Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
A marriage, perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.
Hey, morning Hamida, morning Sophie, morning Farah. How are you guys? Wow, it's already Thursday again. So terrific Thursday, guys. All right, hi Safwan. Well, happy holidays. Looking forward for the weekend. That Farah, no way, man. When it comes to entrepreneurship, basically to me, entrepreneurs never ever rest. You believe me or not? It's because that even though I tried all these years, when I sit down and don't do anything and just lie down on the bed, trust me, my brains are always thinking and always finding new ways and basically thinking, which is gonna be covered today. Really, it's about how do you actually create the dream that you want? How do you actually crystallize or be able to see things beyond what we normally see? You see, if I'm going to ask you, hi Anne, hi Mizan, right? If I'm going to ask you, who is your biggest enemy in this world? Now, sometimes, of course, some married men will, of course, say their wives, and of course, their wives are going to say their husband, but that's not the truth, right? The biggest enemy is this gray matter that we have out here. The item that is weighing 20% of your entire total body weight, that takes 80% of fuel, 80% of oxygen, so that it will process. And this particular gray matter here is the one that actually helps you become very successful, and also it can help you become very not successful. What do I mean by that? It's because that how many times before you tell people your dream ideas, you yourself is the one who's going to tell you, oh no, I don't think you can do it. I think you are really useless. I don't think this goal is too big. This goal is not achievable, right? So that's what it is. Most of the time we actually have that problem. Most of the time we actually self-criticize ourselves so much that we start to not believe ourselves and start, especially, let's put it this way. You wake up in the morning, then you read Facebook, you read Newswave, you read whatever it is, you say, how can I succeed? Economy is so bad. How do I succeed when things are bad, etc. Right, but the thing here is this. When you come to building businesses, today we're going to talk about the Walt Disney pattern and how Walt Disney, per se, built the whole entire Disneyland. Exactly like whenever you have dreams, this guy, Disney, had this dream that he wants to build a theme park on a marshland. All right. So, hi Shaban, morning. Hi Fatin, morning. Yeah. So when he wanted to actually tell people that he wanted to build a theme park on a piece of marshland, everyone told him, "Are you mad? Are you crazy? There's no way you're going to succeed." But now today in this world, we know every kid's dream is to go to Disneyland. So the thing here is by one man being crazy, he managed to do it. But the trick here is this, as I've introduced to you when I first started, when we are talking about, I learned neuro-linguistic programming. And neuro-linguistic programming is basically modeling excellence. So what they do here is that these guys, they actually looked at Walt Disney, they study him and see how Walt Disney really built this place. What they notice, Walt Disney has got 3 roles. Number 1, he is a dreamer. Number 2, he's a realist. And number 3, he's also a critic. So what he's saying here is that, unfortunately for us who are not trained, we are always a dreamer, realist, and a critic at the same time. So it's like I dream to own a conglomerate of businesses. The next thing I'm going to say, wow, you xiao. I mean, I'm Chinese, right? So my Chinese come up. So that's crazy. There's no way. These ones are only meant for those people who have established themselves years ago. All right. You look at the YTL group, look at the Berjaya group, they can afford conglomerates. But then if you come to think about it again, when you look at Yu Tuan Lei and what's his name for Berjaya as well, Francis, I think. No, that's Francis Yeo. Jeffrey and all that for Sunway Group. If you look at it, when you study their lives, they were not born rich. They were born as a normal human being. So what is it that made them such a successful entrepreneur? Like Lim Gotong as well. Lim Gotong was the same thing, right? Lim Gotong was like Disney. I mean, people are mad thinking that he's going to build a casino on top of the hill, although I'm not promoting gambling here, but what I'm saying is that people can take something out of nothing and to build it. And the main thing is the dreamer. All right? Farah said, I like dream to be a millionaire. Yes, but the thing is you need to also be a realist, right? How to make your dreams a reality. How to make your dreams a reality is actually tomorrow's topic. All right? So thank you for bringing it up, Hamida. So the thing here is this. The first thing you have to do is to be able to separate the dreamer, the realist, the critic. So when you talk about the dreamer, the realist, the critic, how do you dream? Normally what I do is I will lie back, sit back, play nice music. Now, how do a dreamer dream? Do they sit up this way? This is an action body language, which means that you have got no way to dream. A dreamer normally opens their arms, lie back, listen to nice music, and start imagining what do you want to see 5 years, 10 years, 20 years down the line. Now, the beauty about neuro-linguistic programming here is that there's something called timeline goal insertion. A timeline goal insertion, which I will cover later on, is that you will be able to insert your goal into your mental timeline, and therefore you will be able to have that heart or your body would automatically be able to push themselves forward. I mean, it's what I'm saying is this power actually comes. There's some great responsibilities as well. What I mean by that, I normally do a timeline goal insertion beginning of every year. That means if I were to set the target for that year, I would insert it in my timeline, and automatically my body doesn't rest. My body would automatically move towards that particular goal. So what happened to me last year when MCO hit in was really that my body and my mind, my heart is actually gearing up to go towards that particular goal. But the only thing here is this, because of MCO, I could not actually succeed. So therefore, what happened within me is that there's a push and pull. So I'm just tearing apart because inside me, I want to go out, but environment does not allow. That's what timeline goal insertions are. So the thing is, remember, being a dreamer, dream about the things. Being able to see, hear, and feel your dreams is the most important thing. And always find a place where you are alone, nice music, relax, get your brains into a theta states. Along the way, maybe I can share with you all later on some links in YouTube or something where you can actually listen to this music that helps your brain waves from your beta alpha going into theta. Theta states will then help you develop the creativity within you. So that will be able to open your horizon of your mind, and therefore you'll be able to see the dreams that you want. The other thing here is this. When Disney, after Disney found his dream, he will go then to another room, and this is what they call by the realist. The realist basically covers every single step by step, all right? Step by step as to how he's going to realize that particular dream. Tomorrow, I'm going to cover the realist part of it, where in which that you take a big dream and break it down into small miniature parts. And the main thing here is this. What I'm going to cover tomorrow is that I'm going to tell you that not all goal settings can be materialized. And I'm going to tell you why it fails. All right? Because most of the time, every single year, beginning of the year, people are going to say, hey, I'm going to set this goal. I've got this goal, da-da-da-da-da-da. But 2 weeks later, they have forgotten all of the goals. But question is, what stops them from achieving? So we're going to cover that in the realist. And the third part, of course, is being the critic. Take this third position to look at the critic. So when you're talking about taking 3 different positionings, number 1 being the dreamer, second being the realist, and then the critic would then criticize the goals, whether it's achievable or not. So remember yesterday when we talked about score pattern as well? So it's like the critic will look into the score pattern to say, hey, what are the resources do I really need? Can I find the resources? If the resources is yes, then let's go with it. If not, can I now relook into my dreams? Or we're going to break down the dream into different type of timeline. Hi, Alain. Wow. Such heavy topic today, Hamida. Yes, it is. I would repeat myself more often. Yes, it's very heavy, but this is true because ultimately, dreaming without Usha is a bit futile. I'm not sure what Usha is, but hopefully someone you're talking about dreaming without action is futile, but not Usha. Or is there a Usha in your life? Right? So, but no, man, we will go on to do this, and perhaps I can get you step by step. I mean, the next round, if you've got a pen and paper, you come along, I will actually share with you the dreamer, realist, critic. Main thing here is how do we develop those action plans? And action plans, it's meant to be action plans because I know of people, I get them to dream, they build an action plan, then they go back to dream, and then they action plan again. All right, so it's like ultimately no action. So it's like, or what they do is that, remember one of those days where we say is that pride, I've done it this way again. See, sometimes what happens is that if people don't take feedback, they always dream a dream. Their action plans are always the same from the one last time. All right, remember we talked about pride the other day. That's something that stops you. So if you are using the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, that's the definition of insanity. So guys, today take your time, just dwell down when you have the time, 5-10 minutes break. I like to play not really Theta music. I like to play Whole New World. What's that cartoon? Aladdin. Yes, Aladdin. Whole New World from Aladdin. I will sit back and I'll play that song over and over again. And imagine there's a genie beside me. And being able to imagine a whole new world for myself. I think I dreamt of dreams, which it's done, 15 years ago. I start to materialize it one by one. You need to know dreams are not always materialized at one go, but it's always step by step because success is a journey, but not a destination. Right, so guys, that's all for today. Go back, sit back, have a cup of coffee, relax, think about the dreams. And then tomorrow I'm going to share with you step by step how to make sure your goals are ecological to your body and making sure that it will be materialized and you will be able to succeed. All right, so have a great day, guys, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.
Malaysia juga menghadapi cabaran yang agak getir. Kadar pengangguran di Malaysia adalah di paras 3.9%.
So, isu yang tak settle-settle di Malaysia lagi adalah pengangguran.
Pengangguran meningkat kepada 5.0% pada bulan April 2020.
Mustahil ke kalau kita nak lahirkan usahawan sebenar melalui pendidikan tinggi?
Kalau kita tengok artikel tentang situasi di Malaysia, ada 200,000 graduan yang tak ada kerja.
Disebabkan teknologi yang berubah, perubahan ekonomi, perubahan pemikiran generasi baru, education yang dulu tu mungkin tidak lagi bersesuaian.
Dan mengikut anjuran Jabatan Perangkaan Malaysia pada 14 Mei 2020, kadar pengangguran dijangka akan meningkat.
A marriage, perkahwinan antara traditional learning and kemahiran. Welcome to the revolution.